Hello everyone, welcome to the short video on how to formulate your research title. So basically we have here the 5 steps that you need to follow in order to achieve that correct research title. So we'll start with step 1. Step 1 guys is to think of a topic that you wanted to explore. So any topic, but please put into consideration your strand. So if you are in academic strand, you might as well research for topics related to it. Or if you are in technical vocational strand, as much as possible, you look for topics related to your strand so that you can relate and you can apply your knowledge in it. Okay, so step 2 guys is to go to Google and search in your topic, and don't forget to add the words PDF and the word questionnaire. So why do we need to put these words? So allow me to highlight PDF and then questionnaire. In most research papers, guys, that is published online, of course, they wanted to maintain the format and the face validity of their work. So they add or save the document in PDF. And also, when you add PDF in your search, this will redirect you to some reliable sites. I will talk about reliable sites later during our demonstration. And then questionnaire. So why do we need questionnaire? In quantitative research, you need to look for a standardized questionnaire. So allow me to write that one, standardized. When we say standardized, guys, it is created by professionals and someone who specializes in that area. Okay, say for example, those doctors specializes in heart diseases or heart problems or the health of the heart. So of course, he has the right to talk about something related to that topic. Kaya nga naman, it's his specialization. So, and we are going to adapt that one. I won't allow students to create their own questions. Why? It would take a lot of time to validate your instrument. Then who will validate? Someone who specializes in that area. So we don't want a lot of tasks to accomplish. So we will adapt what is a standard. Okay, so I know that you might ask, Miss, why is it that we search for questionnaire? I thought we are going to construct a title. Again, guys, since we are adapting a standardized instrument, if that particular topic, if your topic does not have any instrument or questionnaire, automatically it will be rejected. So you must include these steps before you construct your final title. Okay, for step 3, carefully read the files from different sites, then choose a Likert scale type of questionnaire or instrument. So what is a Likert scale? Let's highlight that. Oops. Likert scale type. I know most of you have experience going to fast foods and answer their surveys. So most fast foods, especially Jollibee and McDonald's, they conduct I think it's annual survey regarding their services and how polite their crews are, how clean is the environment. So it's part of the questionnaire. As you've noticed, you are only tasked to shade or to encircle your response. So a Likert scale is in that type. Let's have an example. So you have the following statements, and then you have choices. Say, for example, strongly disagree. Strongly disagree, and then disagree, agree, and strongly agree. So you have here the same statement. So, oops. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, so you have here the statements below. Say, for example, let's just erase that one and start a new statement. And then you have here, strongly disagree. We have I disagree, and then agree, and strongly agree. So guys, this is the most common type of a Likert scale. So it's a scaling. It could start from the most least score, or strongly disagree, disagree. Second to the highest is agree, and the highest score is strongly agree. So it's a scaling. It could be ascending or descending. So statements here, just an example. So just example statements. You don't really need to put the real terms. Okay. And then the task of your respondent is to simply put a check according to their response. Say, for example, HDFA, so disagree for that one, agree, and strongly agree. So guys, so scaling should be in that particular format. We don't want our respondents to take a lot of time in answering those questions. And of course, since we will be focusing on comparative and correlation design, which means to say your choice for the instrument is under restrictions. So it should be on a scaling basis. You will see the demonstration below. Okay, so we'll have with step number 4. So for step number 4, the keyword there is reliability. So kung sabi ni saya pa unsa na reliability, it means masaligan. So not all instruments that we found online are reliable. So always apply your media information literacy in searching for resources online. Okay, so we check for reliability. How do we check for reliability? We have certain keywords for that. Cronbach alpha. Cronbach alpha, guys, is a test for reliability. It's commonly used by researchers if they want to check if the instrument is reliable. That's why they need to validate. So test of reliability. So that is for Cronbach alpha. Right? Test of reliability. Guys, this is not your task, no, to really compute for the reliability. It's given in the file that you downloaded or you've searched. So just locate the word Cronbach alpha. In most cases, you can also search for the word or words highly reliable. You can have that one in the concluding part of the paper. Highly reliable, or they would say reliability index. Index is example 0.80. 0.80 is irreliable depending on the field that you will focus. So 0.80 above, or in some cases 0.60 above, is reliable. And then once you saw a Cronbach alpha, guys, so automatically you need to consult that one to me. I'll be the one to approve and to decide if the instrument is reliable or not. Okay? And then the last step, search for existing studies on that topic and look for variables that best relates your existing topics. Okay, guys? So this is the moment where you need to have related studies. Why do we need related studies? If you recall in our previous discussion, the video that I've introduced to you, wherein there is particular statement about quantitative research. So quantitative research is a replication. When you say replication, guys, you do not need you do not need to have an exact copy of the exact paper of another researcher. So a replication is you will use the same variables with these authors to test if the results from the United States of America may have the same results if conducted in the Philippines. So as an example, the anxiety and the diet and anxiety. So higher levels of diet, like mostly done by girls, will lead to higher levels of anxiety. So that is a result from a study that was conducted in the US. And then, as a Filipino researcher, I wanted to adapt those variables. So, imo siyang gi-implement or gi-research sa imuhang lugar. And then, you will find out if you'll have the same result as the US or the other way around. Okay, that's it. So, guys, to visualize what we have in this slide or in these steps, we will follow those steps and look for a questionnaire. Okay, so allow me to erase, clear all drawings. Let's stop share for a moment. Okay, so welcome to the Google tab, and then we'll apply those steps that we have. Okay, so the step one, if you can still recall, we have, let me write that one. Okay, I have here step one. So step one is to think of a topic you wanted to explore. So that is step one. Okay, we will think of a topic. You say, for example, guys, I'm thinking of a topic and I want it to be realistic and current. So I have noticed that senior high school grading system is more on performance tasks. So performance task is comprised with a 40% of the total grading system of that subject. So since performance task is something that you need to perform, well, basically that includes speaking in front of the class, having role plays, uh, monologues, and other stuffs that requires you to move. So I'm talking about self-confidence. Self-confidence is a factor and is a very important element when you do performances. So for me, that is my tentative topic. So say for example, I had research on self-confidence and I found out that self-esteem is the appropriate word because self-esteem is an overall aspect about self-confidence. So I'll write there self-esteem. Step two, what is step two? Annotate. For step two, guys, is to go to Google, type in your topic. So you need to go to Google. We're on Google tab now. Go to Google, type in your topic, then add the words PDF and questionnaire. So this is step two. So we will add PDF questionnaire. So enter. So we are redirected to different sites that talks about self-esteem. Annotate and then remove. So guys, I'm talking about reliable websites. So if you had discussed in your English 3, academic, English for academic purposes. So here are some list of reliable sites. Reliable sites, guys, often end with .edu, .org, and then we also have .gov, or it could be .ph. We also have .ca, .us. So those are just some. So .edu for education, .ca, .org for organization, .gov for government sites, .ph for Philippines, .ca could be Canada, and then .us for United States. So we will have to check if all the sites here are reliable. Okay, you have here .org. So another one is .us. And then .au. Okay guys, so that's the advantage if you add the word PDF in your search, because you will be redirected to reliable sites. Okay, we will clear that one and then open some of the tabs here. So open link in new tab. Guys, if you are searching for some files and you think it's related to your topic, might as well download that one and save it in a file that you can easily access, because we will be using that one for chapter 2. So open link, okay, validation. This the advantage of this particular title, validation, means that questionnaire is validated. There is a specific research design wherein some of the researchers wanted to test the validity of that instrument. So they usually have this type of title, validation of the adolescent self-esteem questionnaire. So let's open. Okay guys, the good thing is we had an idea of a name sa instrument. So Rosenberg self-esteem scale. So we will scroll over to check if there is a questionnaire or a Likert scale. Very good. So we are here on the part wherein it has a scaling. So yes, this is what I'm talking about, a scale. If you've noticed that all items have the same choices of answer, there is a scale from the highest strongly agree down to the lowest strongly disagree. As proof, check all the number items. See, they have the same scaling, they have the same choices, and they have the same category in answering. So this is the easiest because it wouldn't take you a lot of time in computing for the statistical methods. Okay, so this is an example also. Wait, allow me to put 4-item. Sometimes this is called 4-item Likert scale. Why? Because there are there are 4 choices. So you have strongly agree, disagree, and strongly disagree. So I'm explaining it in the most simple term. So like choices. 4 Likert scale because it has 4 choices. And guys, it doesn't mean to say that if the example given by me has 4 Likert scale, 4 Likert scale lang po din yung pangitaon. No. There are some instances ng 5 Likert scale, 3 Likert scale, 6 Likert scale, or even 7 Likert scale. So, muna siya. So, muna ni siya ang step 2. Step 3 na yung Likert scale naman. So, step 4, guys. So, step 4 is what we call as check for reliability. So, please take note. So, take note of the words. So we have here Cronbach alpha, the test of reliability, and then you can also have high reliability index. Everything may be located in the concluding part of the paper or in the conclusion. Sometimes you can also locate that one in the methods. So we'll check if naabay reliability diri nga file. So check for Cronbach alpha, check for high reliability, or high reliability index at 0.80. So this is the challenge, guys. That's why you're grouped into large numbers. Because it would take a lot of time for you to read, and you need to read a lot. So you have no choice but to help each other. 10 items related to self-esteem. So guys, it would take a lot of time, no, if magbasa pa ko. So kamo na ibasa ana. Kay basi magpaabot magpinaabutay taog. Ani kay nagbasa sad ko. Okay, so that's for number 4. Check for reliability of that questionnaire. Guys, take note ha. When you check for reliability, make sure that you are in the right track. Ang kanang name sa imuhang instrument, muna po na imuhang pangitag reliability. Kitaghan na ba kayong instrument or questionnaire no nga? Naana nga topic. So self-esteem, daghan kay nag-instrument guys from different authors. We have a Rosenberg self-esteem. We also have self-esteem for adolescents. So double check. Always double check if sakto ba na. Okay? So step 5. Your step 5 here is what do we call that? Related studies. Sorry guys, my voice is hoarse because I am sick. So muuto siya. Reliability should be high. The next step is we will construct our title using the related studies that are present in the search. Okay, let's remove these tabs. Go back here. So guys, say for example, you've decided to have a correlation design. Depende na ninyo ha kung unsa inyong gusto, correlation or comparative. So when you say correlation, there are 2 variables that must be present, and there should be a relationship between the 2. Okay. So mangita ta diri mga possible na to i-title. Take note, it's a replication. You can adapt that one. Measure of self-esteem. Okay. To make it easier, let's remove the word questionnaire. So since we are still looking for another variable to be paired with self-esteem. The theory of self-esteem, University of Washington. A psychologist explains. Okay, so we have one idea here. The link between self-esteem and social relationships. So this one. So guys, if you're going to adapt that variables or title, of course, you need to have another instrument for social relationships. So meaning to say, we have an independent variable. So what is your independent variable? Self-esteem. And then second is dependent variable. So you have the social relationships. Okay? A correlation design, guys, requires the scores for each variable. So meaning to say, you need an instrument for your, wrong. Wait. So if independent, there should be self-esteem. Right. Sorry for that. And then for correlation design, you need an instrument or a questionnaire for independent variable. And also you need a questionnaire for dependent variable. So ano lang siya, guys? Since correlation man, we will compare two scores. You will have two instruments for that one. Okay? One for self-esteem, which we already found a while ago. And then second for social relationships. So, ning ana siya. Miss Kapuya din, Miss Uy, kung questionnaire. Ano siguro, hindi ikapoy sa research. Ay, so that's for correlation design. Ako na nga isuwat. Huwag maglibog. So the design is correlation. Miss, I want to pursue on with comparative design. Okay, you can do that. So since mangita sa tao of related studies that uses comparative, oh no. Let's check down. So now by comparative, better performance. So this is self-esteem and academic performance. Okay, wala. So mag-assume ta, guys. Muna siya kung wala kayo makitaan. Assume na lang ta. So say for example, so nanamantay ko ano? Nanamantay isa ka variable which we call as self-esteem. So muna ang variable. Sis, possible ba nga butangan na to o another variable? Muna lang. Because we have a strong feeling no nga na exist na study ana. Self-esteem and gender. It is comparative. Why? Because you're comparing two gender or to sexuality, the male and female, towards self-esteem. Our. Okay, so you have the male and female. So you compare the self-esteem of male towards the self-esteem of female. That's for gender. So what we are going to do is to type your variables. Self-esteem and gender. Okay. So we'll try. Okay, guys. So if you are directed to this kind of a result, so congratulations, you have a lot of related studies. So meaning to say, you can pursue that variables or that topic. So to highlight, so you have here gender differences and self-esteem, gender and self-esteem. So there is a lot. So you can adapt that one. So your final title would be, so your research title is research title, gender. We will adapt the words that are written on the left side. Gender differences and self-esteem of senior high school students. So, muna na siya. And then, ang imuhang design or research design is so itong correlation. Ay, comparative, sorry. Comparative design. So, muna siya. Imong title, kita ka na kung nakitaan nga, related studies. So, that's it. And take note, you only need an instrument for self-esteem. Di naman mag-need instrument si gender, pwede naman yung butangan. Check the boxes below according to your gender or sexuality. Okay, so that's it, guys. So I hope you learned something, and I hope you will apply and make time in listening to this video. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day ahead of you. So if there's any questions you'd like to ask, please feel free to chat me. God bless everyone.